Hey everybody, welcome to a actually Christmas-themed Markiplier theory, and today Markiplier himself has finally answered the question that we've all been wondering.
Will the nudes be ego-themed? I have no idea. I haven't even decided what it's going to be. Probably not, but maybe yes. I don't know.
But anyways, all joking aside, this is actually a very special Markiplier theory that we got today. And why is it so special, you may ask? Well, that's because this is the first theory to be featured in the Neo Nobody 12 Days of Christmas. Now I know this might be getting a bit annoying for some of y'all because I've been saying it in all of my intros up to this point, but pretty much if y'all don't know what the 12 Days of Christmas is, it's pretty much for the next 12 days leading up until Christmas Day, I will be uploading daily Christmas content. But now this brings up a whole different question. How the heck am I going to be connecting the Markiplier lore and my Markiplier theories to Christmas? And that's my cue to actually talk about what we're going to be doing in this video. So pretty much I will be going over pretty much most of the Markiplier egos in the Markiplier lore, and we will be deciding based off of each of their personalities and their storylines, what would they want for Christmas? What would that perfect gift, if they could only have one single gift for Christmas and it could be whatever they wanted it to be, then what would it be? So make sure to comment down below what your perfect Christmas gift would be, and let's get straight into it. So let's go ahead and start off with the main man himself, Darkiplier. Now taking in Darkiplier's plot and the story that he's been going through in the lore, the more I started to think that the perfect Christmas gift for him would probably be the blue crystal. But there's one problem with that. He already has the blue crystal. Depending on where we'd give Darkiplier his gift on the timeline, there's a chance that he might already have it, since we know that he has the blue crystal in A Heist with Markiplier, and even possibly also A Date with Markiplier. So taking out the blue crystal, what would the second best gift for Darkiplier be? And after thinking about it for a while, I think that it would be Actor Mark himself. Darkiplier spends most of his time in the lore trying to get revenge after the events of Who Killed Markiplier. And even though you can't really get revenge and serve it to him in the form of a Christmas present, what you can do is give him the very thing that he needs in order to enact that revenge, which is Actor Mark himself.
Welcome, welcome, one and all.
So now with Darkiplier out of the way, let's move on to everybody's favorite ego, Wilford, mother-loving Wharfstash. But all joking aside, whether he actually is your favorite ego or not, he is a really likable character. Besides the fact that he commits murder, he likes to go on parties and drink alcohol and pretty much just have a good time. So what will Wilford be wanting for Christmas? Well, we could take the easy way out and just say that he'd be fine getting a gun for Christmas or something. However, I feel like there is something else that he might like even more than just a useless gun. I'm willing to bet that if Wilford would want anything for Christmas, he'd probably want love, specifically from Celine. Okay, what is it with these Markiplier egos and wanting actual humans for Christmas? In a scene from the Wilford mother-loving Wharfstash video itself, we get to hear Wilford say these exact words.
Oh, there's Celine. My heart still beats for her to this day. But if she saw me, she'd probably carve mine out.
I believe that those words let us see a little bit of what's still real and what still makes sense inside of the chaotic mind of Wilford.
Now I'm sure this must be unsettling for you, being...
Actually, as I'm just now editing this video, I just realized something. By the time the Colonel has even became Wilford Wharfstash, Celine is dead. Celine is one of the two souls possessing Darkiplier. So actually, now that I think about it timeline-wise, I think that Celine's love would be a good Christmas gift for the Colonel. But as for Wilford, he's gonna have to have a different gift this year. How about giving him some more alcohol, since he never could finish that one drink he always had in his hand in Wilford Mother-Loving Wharfstash. And speaking of the Wilford Mother-Loving Wharfstash video, next up on our list is Abe. Just like for Wilford, whatever we give Abe for Christmas depends on what point in the timeline we're giving it to him. I think what we're going to get him depends on whether or not it takes place before or after the Wilford Mother-Loving Wharfstash video. If it's Abe before the Wharfstash video, we know that he was obsessed with looking for wherever Wilford is. He's been trying to track down Wilford for years. So obviously, I think the best present to give him before the events of Wilford Mother-Loving Wharfstash would be Wilford himself. Now, I swear I'm not trying to make everybody's Christmas present be an actual human in the lore. That's honestly, that is just a coincidence.
And I'm gonna take my sweet time with that ass.
But if we're talking about Abe after the events of Wilford Mother-Loving Wharfstash, or heck, even before the events of Who Killed Markiplier as well, I think some good old-fashioned whiskey will be just fine for him. So with that said, moving on to the bad man himself, Actor Mark. Based off of Actor Mark's ego, I'm willing to bet he's just either gonna want more fame, glory, money, or something like that for Christmas. I would say that for his Christmas gift, he wants to get out of parole and back as a normal citizen, but the thing is, that's just not a Christmas present. That's honestly just not a realistic Christmas present. I mean, also, kidnapping a human for Christmas like Darkiplier, Wilford, or Abe would even want is a bit unrealistic too, but I mean, it's realistic in Goat Simulator, so going on to even more Markiplier egos, how about Yancy? What would Yancy want for Christmas? You see, Yancy is a bit of a tricky one, since he's a pretty humble guy actually. I mean, he genuinely enjoys living in prison. I would say that he would want a new tattoo for Christmas, although Markiplier has confirmed that his tattoos are like magical or something, and they pretty much have a mind of their own. So how about as a gift for Yancy, we can give him a new bed mattress, or something that can benefit his life in prison and make that life even more comfortable. Because when it comes to Yancy, I honestly can't think of anything else that would be better for him. Now let's go ahead and do a couple of the less important Markiplier egos. For the King of the Squirrels, probably more peanut butter. For Silver Shepherd, it's a therapist. For Bim Trimmer, probably just more money. And as for Googleplier, probably Bingaplier's head on a silver platter. For Worst News Doctor, probably some better medical tools. For Ed Edgar, probably anybody who's willing to buy his son. And as for Engineer Mark, I'd say the Invincible 3. I mean, we do hear about the Invincible 3 on one of the newspapers that Old Man Mark is reading, so I mean, he could technically get it as a Christmas gift. For Yandere Mark, I'd probably say a dead body is what he wants for Christmas. And for the one and only Jim, probably just a new microphone. As for Heist Markiplier, I'd say the blue crystal is what he wants for Christmas. But now moving on to people who aren't Markiplier alter egos. For Celine, I'd say Actor Mark's head on a silver platter. For Celiona, hopefully I pronounced the name right this time, I'd say she'd like a new engineer. As for Bert, I bet all he wants for Christmas is to get the chance to back her in reverse. For Gunther, definitely some TNT. And last but not least, this random guy that escorts you to the Invincible 2 at the beginning of In Space with Markiplier. I'd say that for Christmas, he might want the captain. And with all that said, that will be concluding this Markiplier Theory Christmas special, whatever you want to call it. I know I skipped a couple, like Damien and a few others, but for them, I honestly just couldn't really think of anything that important that they may want for Christmas based off of their personality. That I couldn't really think of anything without just having to like guess pretty much. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe, and also comment down below which egos do you think would want what things for Christmas. If you disagree with me in any way, I'd love to hear y'all's opinions in the comments. And also, for anybody who watches my other content, I just want to say sorry it's been taking me a while to make another Bendy in the Dark Revival and FNAF Security Breach video. I just haven't really had much time to do much YouTube related stuff recently besides this 12 Days of Christmas thing, mainly because of schoolwork. That is a big time consumer, but don't worry, I haven't forgotten about those games, so thank y'all for being patient, and goodbye.